Today we will be putting the top goal scorers of the 2022-2023 season on the same team to see how many Stanley Cups they can win. It shows the top 12 goal scorers on forward, the top 6 goal scorers on defense, and the top goal scorers in goalie. And after winning the Maurice Richard Trophy last year, Austin Matthews does not even crack the top 12 goal scorers in this season. And I'd say the biggest surprise to be on this list is definitely Carter Verhaeghe. And defensively, obviously Erik Karlsson here. He was the leader in goals for defense. We have Cale Makar and Josi on the first line. I'd say Brady Shea is probably the most surprising to me being here. He is by far the lowest overall, so I guess it does make sense. And for goalies, I mean, there's only one man to choose, and his name is Linus Ullmark. He did actually score a goal this season, and I mean, I didn't actually have a choice for backup position, so I just chose Jeremy Swayman, Ullmark's partner in crime. It makes the most sense. Move over Boston Bruins. We have a new record holder for most wins in the NHL at 68-11-3 record, earning 139 points for first in the entire league. And even with the sim engine scoring set to high, we still don't even have a 50 goal scorer on this team. David had the most goals with 49. He also had the most points on the team with 105. Surprised McKinnon doesn't have the most because he usually sims the best in this game, and I can't tell you why. Defensively, Makar had the most points on our team, and it wasn't even close. He had 80. The closest was Karlsson with 47. Karlsson did have the most goals at 11. Him and Hamilton tied, actually. And Ullmark, 53 wins, a 917 save percentage, and a 2.17 goals against average with 7 shutouts. He should be winning the Vezina, I think. There's the Nathan MacKinnon trying to steal the spotlight once again. It's on Colorado, not ours. He would tie McDavid for most points in the league. And Austin Matthews, who isn't even on the team for the top goal scorers of this season, led this season in goals with 50. This is the high version of EA simulation, and it's not even close to realistic. Point totals and goal totals are still too low. Hope our really good season actually translates into Stanley Cup victories, because we know how that usually goes. And the Sacramento Scorers were able to win the Stanley Cup in their first season, beating Carolina in 5 games. It would be Cale Makar winning the Conn Smythe. Connor McDavid skates off with the Stanley Cup. I do like playing this game. I just started the last video where I want to guess who he's going to pass the Stanley Cup to, because it is CPU controlled. Definitely going to give it to Draisaitl, right? It just makes the most sense. Do it. Did we guess it? He's thinking about it. Ovechkin. You know what? I'm not going to complain about that. Ovi gets one last Stanley Cup with this beautiful gray hair. Here's a look at the playoff tree. We were able to beat Winnipeg in 5 games, Colorado in 6 games, Vancouver in 5 games, and Carolina in 5 games. Makar leading the team in playoff points with 20. He literally had 19 assists and 1 goal. Expect Connor McDavid to probably have either the most goals or the most points, but he had neither. It was Alex Ovechkin and Leon Draisaitl tied for most goals with 9. It was a 4-way tie for the entire league in terms of playoff points. I would say Pettersson gets the win because he played 3 less games than the other 3, while Svechnikov led the entire league in goals with 11. And in terms of awards, our Ross Trophy goes to McDavid. Our Memorial Trophy also goes to McDavid, both on our team. Cale Makar gets the James Norris, as well as this Conn Smythe, and Ullmark did win the Vezina and the William M. Jennings. Is that Kyle Brodziak winning the Jack Adams? Like, is it actually him? I'm assuming not, but that would be kind of funny if it was. Year number 2, slightly worse outcome, only 56 wins, 22 losses, and 4 shootout/overtime losses. 116 points earned, still first in the entire league. And I guess Nathan MacKinnon was hogging the puck all year because he had the most points on the team with 89 and the most goals on the team with 44. It's weird how different this season is. It's still in a high scoring simming engine, and no one on our team even had 50 goals once again, or even 100 points, not even 90 points at that. Apparently we lost Swayman because I didn't pay attention to that. Ullmark had 44 wins, 4 shutouts, a 905 save percentage, and a 2.52 goals against average. Probably not going to win back-to-back Vezinas. Nathan MacKinnon once again on top of the league in points with 111. It wasn't even a close battle. He also led the entire league in goals with 59. I'm telling you, he's EA's golden boy. We haven't won back-to-back Stanley Cups in a minute here, so let's change that. We got Seattle in the first round. I'm expecting another easy Stanley Cup. And it was, in fact, another easy Stanley Cup victory, as we would beat the Rangers in 5 games to claim back-to-back Stanley Cups, and back-to-back Conn Smythe victories for Cale Makar as well. But now the important question: who's McDavid gonna pass the Stanley Cup to? Is it gonna be Ovechkin again? I'm gonna vote for Draisaitl. He's gotta do it eventually. Don't give it to Alex Lyon. He's not even supposed to be here. Was it gonna be Roman Josi? Braden Point, okay. Here's a look at the bracket. This year was even easier than last year. 5-game series against Seattle, a sweep of Minnesota, a 5-game series against Edmonton, and then a 5-game series against the Rangers. Cale Makar won the Conn Smythe this year, but I think it should have been McDavid. 20 points to lead the team. He also scored 8 goals. It was Leon Draisaitl leading our team in goals with 11. I didn't look at Allmark's stats in year number 1 now that I think about it, but a 9.25 save percentage and a 1.93 goals against average in year number 2 with 3 shutouts, 16 wins, 3 of them were shutouts. Why does our team sim so bad point-wise? I do not get it. First in the league for playoff points was Panarin with 33. Kane had 32. Our highest was McDavid at 20. And Patrick Kane, in a losing effort, casually dropped 21 goals in 23 playoff games. That is mind-blowing. The Art Ross Trophy, the Hart Memorial Trophy as well. Victor Hedman wins the James Norris. I didn't look at the Calder last year. I kind of forgot. Slavkovsky actually won it for Montreal, and Shane Wright would win it this year for Seattle. Obviously, back-to-back Conn Smythes for Cale Makar. Jari on the St. Louis Blues is your Vezina Trophy winner and your William M. Jennings winner. We got one of the characters from Zoolander winning the Jack Adams Award. And for 3 years in a row, we are the President's Trophy winner with a 55, 23, and 4 record, earning 114 points. Finished first in the entire league. And only one 40-plus goal scorer on this team when everyone on this team in real life, on forward at least, was a 40-plus goal scorer. That's kind of disappointing. McKinnon, most points on the team with 88, also most goals with 42. And Allmark's worst year in terms of wins, 38 wins in 62 games played. He had 4 shutouts, a 9.05 save percentage, and a 2.54 goals against average. And we have Thomas Greiss as backup now, I guess. And he won 17 of 23 games played. I can't complain. Connor McDavid on Edmonton is playing how I want our Connor McDavid to play. I mean, ours should be even better, but he had 112 points to lead the league. And it would be Rantanen leading the league in goals with 49. Not even 150 goal scorer. I don't know how many times I have to say this. This is the game on high scoring sim engine, which doesn't make any sense. We are in the conference finals against the Vegas Golden Knights, and we are in game 7. We actually only won the last round in 7 games as well, but I accidentally simmed game 7. My apologies. We're gonna get up close and personal with this game. First period, 1-0 Sacramento. Second period, 5-4 Vegas. What the heck just happened? We're on the brink of elimination right now, and Moore starts the third period with another goal. We need 2 goals in 16 minutes or we're done for the first time today. We get one back. Tage Thompson makes it a 1-goal game. 8.5 minutes remaining, 7-6. Hey, we tie it. Mark Scheifele on Leonard, and we're going to overtime. Ooh, I just saw something that none of you guys saw, and I'm interested to look at the stats now later. Mikko Rantanen finds Cale Makar. He can't bury. We do have the pressure on right now, though, and I do love it. Rantanen, what a play, and he scores, and we're moving on for the 3rd year in a row to the Stanley Cup Finals. We all know they're not touching this trophy because it's never happened, and it's never going to happen. Stop teasing me. And we get to face the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's see how this goes. Well, 3 games in a row went to overtime, and we lost 2 of them, so that's not ideal. And we're on the brink of elimination and going to game 6. See how this goes. First period, Tampa Bay up 1-0. Second period, they're up 4-1. The dream is dead. No three-peat here. I think Allmark's selling the bag right now. 5-1. Man's working at Gucci with how much he's selling the bag. 22 shots, and they were up 5-1. We're making it interesting, though. We're making it really interesting. 4-5 now. We literally need 1 more goal to send it to OT. They get one back. Anthony Cirelli, and the back-to-back Stanley Cup Championships dream is dead. Tampa Bay wins in 6 games. We beat Vegas in 7 games. We beat Colorado in 7 games. And we beat Winnipeg in a sweep, so they were the easiest by far, I guess. I wanted to face Columbus, as you're about to see, because they had a very special player on that team. First, Nathan McKinnon and Connor McDavid both tied for most points on our team with 23, and it would be Draisaitl once again with 11 goals to lead our team in the playoffs. And Linus Ullmark did not play his best, below 900 save percentage and a 2.81 goals against average. Not his finest work, only 1 shutout this time around too. Ida Kucherov had 27 points to lead the playoffs, and he also led it in goals with 12 by the looks of things. And here he is, Connor Bedard on the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's why I wanted to play against them. 11 goals in 20 games played and 25 points. Connor McDavid on Edmonton won the Art Ross. Mikko Rantanen on Colorado won regular season MVP with the Hart Trophy. Our team's just avoiding awards like the plague now, I guess. So I got Noah Dobson with the James Norris. No Connor Bedard Calder. I don't know if he was eligible this year or last year, but either way, he didn't win. Braden Point won the Conn Smythe, while Allmark actually did win the Vezina. and the William M. Jennings. I don't even really have a joke for this Jack Adams Award winner. Good for you, Walters. Year number 4, which will actually be our last year because some of our players are probably going to retire at the end. We finished first in the league once again, securing the President's Trophy in all 4 seasons. We had a 53, 21, and 8 record. Finally, a player back over 100 points, and you'll never guess who it was. That's right, Nathan MacKinnon. Everyone is definitely shocked by that one. He also led our entire team in goals with 41. No one else even hitting 40. And apparently, Allmark didn't re-sign with us, which I swear he did. I definitely offered him a contract. I guess he just didn't want to join.
Well, this stinks.
We have Thomas Greiss as our starting goalie, 40-year-old Thomas Greiss. We got this. EA's fantasy has finally come true. McKinnon is first and second in the league in points. He had 117 on Colorado to lead the way. It would be Pasternak leading the league in goals with 57. Nathan Hunter and McKinnon tied for second place with 53. You might be like, who the heck is Nathan Hunter? I have no idea, but I do know that Washington chose him over Connor Bedard, and apparently it was the right decision. Well, after sweeping Dallas in the first round, we're on the brink of elimination against Colorado. Let's jump in and see what happens. I mean, we had a pretty good run. Remember the first 2 seasons? Those are pretty good. It's tied 1-1 going to the third. I'm just going to press the A button and sim it all. 3, 2, 1. We're going to overtime. Interesting. Braden Point to Draisaitl to Thompson. It was right there. No way he doesn't bury that. Braden Point to Scheifele. We cannot score. Is it Georgiev? Is that who's in net right now? I have no idea. Makar. It's bodied. Odd man rush. There's hope. There's no hope. Nathan MacKinnon has space. What's he gonna do? Holds it. Finds Makar. Big save. Thomas Greiss, you legend. It's fine. Big hit on Makar. I don't think it's gonna matter though, and he snipes it home. Of course it had to be Nathan MacKinnon. Who else was it going to be? And here's our final handshake of the day. Alex Ovechkin wearing number 3 for whatever reason. Probably gonna retire. So is Brent Burns, and we lost Allmark. I think it's a good time to call it. Ovechkin didn't retire surprisingly, but Burns and Yossi did, so I'm definitely gonna call it. The Colorado Avalanche were your Stanley Cup champions, beating Buffalo in 6 games in the finals. I didn't even pay attention. We didn't even play Thomas Greiss in the playoffs. But Joey didn't do too bad. A 923 save percentage and a 2.13 goals against average. I'm definitely not blaming him. And it was Vitek Vanacek in net for Colorado, as Rantanen and Draisaitl on Edmonton both led the league in playoff points. Draisaitl only playing 16 games. Connor McDavid would lead the league in playoff goals with 18. Nathan MacKinnon on Colorado would win the Art Ross and the Hart Memorial Trophy. Cale Makar on our team, however, would win the James Norris for the 2nd time, while Rantanen would win the Conn Smythe, Vasilevsky would win the William M. Jennings and the Vezina. And shout out Nashville's coach for winning the Jack Adams. I mean, I'll take it. Not the best outcome, but we did lose Allmark in the last season, so we were kind of doomed from the start there. Our goalie didn't even play bad though. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.